It's noon on Saturday, which means Springfield has 36 hours to do something to keep the Bears in Illinois. Right now it's down to Arlington Heights or Indiana. That's it. There's no option here for it to go to Chicago. Brandon Johnson keeps trying to gum this up. Rumors are he's trying to get the Bears to go to Indiana. He doesn't want to help out Arlington Heights, which I think we suburban residents are going to remember the next time Chicago asks for help, but that's neither here nor there. Indiana has offered a ridiculous package. All right, $1 billion plus property tax breaks, public financing, lower costs on everything. I mean, from a balance sheet perspective, Indiana has offered a very attractive package, one which I don't think taxpayers over there are going to love, but that's not my problem. For the Bears, it's tempting. They want to be here in Illinois. So what do we got to do to keep them here? They've asked for two things and two things only. Number one, they want the ability to negotiate property taxes with the local taxing bodies, which all the local taxing bodies have said that they support, so that should be easy. Number two, they want public infrastructure improvements, which Pritzker and Springfield have both said, cool, we would do that anyways for any other similar economic development of this scale. So, cool, should be easy. So why is this so difficult? See, the reason the Bears need that property tax certainty, they need that ability to negotiate, is because studies have been done that tested. How much would it cost if the Bears on this property, if they built their stadium on that property, how much would they be paying in property taxes? $53.2 million is the estimate. So what's that in comparison? Well, SoFi Stadium, the most expensive stadium built in the entire NFL, double what the Bears stadium's gonna cost? They're only paying $14.3 million on their stadium in property taxes. AT&T in Dallas pays zero. Allegiant in Vegas pays zero. Even in Illinois, here, the Bears currently pay $0 in property taxes on Soldier Field. Rate Field, White Sox, $0. Wrigley Field, $3.9 million. United Center, Bulls, $10.8 million. You see why that number that the Bears would have to pay is astronomical, especially when you know Caleb Williams is going to be due for an extension pretty soon, and you've got these quarterbacks, Allen, Mahomes, Stafford, they're all getting paid around that $55 million number. So basically it's pay the property tax bill here or extend your franchise quarterback. That's basically what these numbers are. But the Bears are already showing that they're good partners in these negotiations, because on this empty lot, on this site, they're paying $3.6 million per year in property taxes. When this was Arlington Park, one of my favorite places in the world, they were only generating up to $3 million in property tax payments. So already the local taxing bodies are getting more from the Bears on this empty lot than they ever got from Arlington Park. The estimate on what the Bears would pay under these negotiations is about $14 million. We don't have confirmation on that, but that's the estimate. That would be the most by far that the taxing bodies in this region have ever gotten by 4 or 5 times from this site. That's going to our schools, our roads, our communities, but it's not just that. This site will generate even more than that. We're talking about thousands of construction and permanent jobs. We're talking about the events that could be held at the stadium, like the Super Bowl or the Big Ten Championship or concerts. We're talking about the entertainment district, which would be on this part of the land, which could be huge year-round for taxpayers and for the northwest suburbs, for our vitality and excitement, and it brings us something to enjoy up here. You've got tourism, you've got hospitality, and here's the other part. We're right here on the Metro. It would be additional Metro riders, which we need because our transit system has struggled to recover from the pandemic. This would be great for our entire region. So why isn't it happening? It's pure politics. That's the only reason. And gerrymandering comes into play. 21.5% of our population lives in the city of Chicago. And yet when you look at the majority party down in Springfield, 35% of the Senate caucus is from Chicago, 36% of the House caucus is from Chicago. And the House Speaker has a rule that if it doesn't get 60 votes from his caucus, it doesn't get to the floor. Well, there's only 50 Democrats down in the House who don't come from Chicago. So you need at least 10 votes from Chicago in the House for anything to get done. That's why all sorts of sweeteners were added to the bill in the House. Some things we can support that create economic development throughout the state. I love that we're thinking big. Some things we can't support, like additional tax hikes, especially doubling the property tax bill the Bears were going to have to pay. I doubt they're going to be on board with that. So there's some work to be done. Rumor is that the Senate's going to strip the bill down to just the Bears and try to get that passed here. That's the right call at this point. I love the idea of the mega projects bill. Let's negotiate that over the summer, get something passed in veto session, because it's not soup yet. It can't get passed in the next day and a half, maybe, but probably can't. And so ultimately, let's just get something passed. Let's keep the Bears here, because otherwise they're going to Indiana, and it's Indiana. Listen, I'm a super competitive dude. I hate losing to Indiana. It's not just about the Bears, it's all the jobs, it's all the businesses and the restaurants and the hotels and everything else that would get built around that region in Hammond, Indiana, instead of right here in the northwest suburbs of Illinois, helping our citizens instead. We've got to get this done. Springfield, stop playing political games. Your dragging your feet for the last few years has led Indiana into the ball game, one that they don't have any right to be playing in. Let's get this done. Let's keep the Bears in Illinois.